Hello, Houston, Texas. This is Belinda Schmidt giving you my market tidbits and my updates of how the COVID pandemic has impacted the Houston real estate market. I've got good news for you. This is a little snapshot that you're going to be delighted to hear looking at some May data. Today's May 17th, and so it's obviously not a full month, but it certainly is so promising. I wanted to get it out to you quickly and let you know, especially after that my last report to you where I gave you all the down numbers from the month of April. Okay, so Houston is my focus, right? And so I'm looking at newly pending contracts during May. But basically it's the whole trend line that I want to tell you about is it looks like we hit the bottom and that we're headed back up. Let's hope we've hit the bottom, but we've definitely are heading back up. So the number of newly pending contracts, and I'm looking at a rolling 7-day average, which normalizes things a bit. And it's just like I said, a V curve. So it's a sharp incline, which is very positive news, and we will certainly take it. And then also I looked at this data for a lot of the Compass markets. There's about 10 of them here, and for the most part, well, there's a couple of exceptions where 2 or 3 are flat, but our Texas markets have a sharp V curve and an incline that is super impressive. If you want to text me at 713-417-1177 for these graphics so you can see them visually for yourself. Here, let me just turn this around. Can you see the V curve? They're headed up. But if you want to see them in detail, I'll share it with you. The other piece of good news is looking at showings. So if you think of the life of a transaction, showings is the early end of the life cycle of a transaction, and that number is certainly increased too. Let me tell you the headline here. The headline is we're basically back to what we were in 2019. So comparing May 10th is what this data is reflected as of May 10th. We were back to 2019 showing levels. And this is, again, a 7-day moving average, and it's from a company called Showing Time, which is an outsourced service that a lot of brokers use for outsourcing showings. Compass doesn't do that, but a lot of people in Texas do. And so it's looking at Texas data from Showing Time, and we have rebounded back to pre-pandemic levels of showings. So that is super good news. So yeah, I wanted to get that information out to you quickly. And then now, because of my focus in living in Bel Air, I'm always trying to give you an update on the Bel Air Market. And in the last 8 days, we have had, what was that number? We've had 15 new listings come on the market. Remember from my last report, they had been significantly down on the order of magnitude, like 50 to 70% down. So now I just wanted you to know that in the last 8 days, we've had 15 new listings in the city of Bel Air. We have had 7 go option pending, so newly pending, and 5 of those were under the 500 mark, 500,000, and for the most part, that's lot value in the city of Bel Air. I think there's one exception to that, but those are all lot value. And then 2 went pending that were year built in the 2000s. And then we had, in the last 8 days, 5 transactions that went to the closing table. So that's a quick update from the city of Bel Air, and a quick market tidbits of how we are faring in the COVID pandemic and how it's impacting Houston real estate market. And I must say that in my business, I've also experienced the same thing, that I've had a lot of buyers show up for my listings and a lot more activity in the last 10 days or so. And so it's hopefully we are turning it around. I know it's not true for a lot of people. I know a lot of people still are unemployed, and our oil and gas industry is certainly feeling it. So don't get me wrong, I'm not going into this with rose colored glasses on, that's for sure. But I just wanted to convey the good news that we do have. So thank you, Houston, and you can always reach me at 713-417-1177. That's it for now.